Hello Cancer, this is a reading for the full moon in Cancer, the lunar eclipse that's happening tomorrow on the 10th. This is my second attempt, might even be my third. The camera I cut off the first time, and the second time it crashed like it did in one of my, I think it was my Earth reading. I think we're stabilized, so we're going to go for it. This is a new spread specifically for a full moon. So obviously a heightened time for sensitivities. It is specifically in your sign. You're probably going to feel it more than most. And with it being an eclipse, it's like it's on steroids. So I think the overall message that's going to come through, although there is a specific story, is all about trying to maintain your equilibrium. And accepting that you are going to be probably over emotional and sensitive at this time, and not to make any, huge life-changing decisions based on, momentarily or brief passing hyper emotions. Okay, I'll get my words out, I'm struggling. So this spread is a new one. In the very centre we have a success you'll enjoy during this lunar eclipse, even though the energies can drift out up to 6 months. In the second position we have what you should set your intentions towards, what you should avoid during this time period, the challenge that will be soon upon you if you're unaware of it at the moment, a helpful resource and something or someone that you should seek out that's going to help you during this time, or help you towards your purpose, and an effective way to raise your vibration and remain more positive, and a special message from the universe. I really do like this spread. So let's just dig in. A success that you'll enjoy during the period. I need to keep checking back because I'll forget the positions. We have got the community card with the spirit dancer. So this is probably going to be a time where you are connecting with, kindred spirits, sharing ideas. There seems to be a lot of exploration here, freedom, self-expression. It feels like maybe you're going out partying, maybe you're dating a lot, or maybe you're a member of a club or thinking joining a club. Or a community centre of some sort. It can sort of suggest business, colleagues, new connections, networking, parties, celebration. It does all feel very positive. Although I do think I sort of get a wee feeling that it's a little bit gossipy. It feels a little bit cliquey. Because I did get through on it, the 3 little birds and don't worry about a thing. So yeah, that's just something to be aware of. But ultimately the success will be for you that you need to connect with people and not isolate yourself during this time, it might just be helpful to keep in touch with your friends, keep in touch with your family, your work colleagues, whatever, and just maybe keep yourself connected and try not to disconnect entirely. That is what will be successful. Now, if you're not dealing with a masculine, a father figure, a boss, or a romantic partner, this can just sort of suggest that you're going to be taking control of the situation, or this is the success that you're likely to achieve. Taking control, keeping everything in order, being strategically planning. Just not losing, not drifting, just being really focused. But if you are dealing with a masculine, that's a slightly different story. So again, it could be, it doesn't need to be a romantic partner, a boss, or a father. It can be anyone who's probably got a superior type role. Even though their energy is in the upright, I did get the mentor card in reverse for their archetype. I tend to read these as reversals. So I mean this can just be someone who is a boss, who is a counsellor, who is a teacher, a lecturer, something like that. I am just a little bit, concerned that it has come out in the reverse here, because this kind of suggests that it may be someone who doesn't necessarily want the best for you, don't really want you to succeed for whatever reason. They may be jealous of you. This may be someone that you're breaking free of. I mean, it literally could be a business partner and you're maybe breaking out on your own here. You might be taking a few of your work colleagues with you. But they're possibly feeling sidelined and pissed off for that reason. And they could be talk about that with my three little birds in the community. It does feel a bit gossipy. With my full moon, the moon in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups, this is specifically related to this Emperor. So there's some sort of revelation here. Now, if it's a romantic partner or someone that you're romantically interested in, this could be that they are leaving a partnership and leaving a home, and that's what could be revealed. The full moon's all about endings, completions, release, something being eclipsed out of your life. Yeah, if it's someone you're in a relationship with, this could signify the breaking up of the home, the breaking up of the partnership. So, you know, take it as it resonates. It's either business, you know, or it's personal, but either way there is some sort of revelation about this Emperor. Now, I will say in your message from the universe, I do have my Bodacious Bojack in reverse here, which is kind of like someone who is actually trying to be helpful and a guide. So there might be another individual in the mix here, an earth sign. And if not, it might be that you're actually reading this situation wrong. You might think this person doesn't have your best interests at heart. Yeah. So I think you just need to wait for information that you may not be aware of to be revealed to you, because like I say, it is a really emotional, highly sensitive time for you, Cancer, and you may not be seeing things quite as clearly as you would like to. It's all a bit too watery. In terms of what you should set your intentions to, well, obviously it's a victory, you know, well done. Who wouldn't? But with the garden, not the garden, the guardian at the gate. Yeah, guardian at the gate. Guardian at the gate. Bloody hell, I cannot talk. I swear this is why I can't do readings. I just can't get my words out at all. So this is coming up against the closed gate. This is like you're trying to start something, but you're not quite ready for it. Or it isn't actually the solution. You know, it's not, you're not actually going in the correct direction, or you've missed some steps. You might be kind of jumping the gun here. You might be so keen on winning, on, you know, being successful, in whatever realm this is. It feels more businessy, to be honest, that you might have missed a few steps, and you know, and it means that you're not ready to pass through the gate. If it's not that, then it can be that what you're actually focusing your intention on isn't really a productive activity. And there's just something you need to attend to first. There's unfinished business, maybe from the past. So the gate is open, or you're maybe afraid to go through it, but, you know, there's something here where I almost feel that you're, you know, with this spirit dancer, like breaking free. You may be going a little bit too quickly, and you haven't sort of, you know, done the groundwork. So if it is like breaking a business partnership and wanting to set up on your own with a couple of colleagues, I think there's maybe stuff that you haven't thought through, that you need to put some firm, you know, deep thought into. You need to write down, you know, in order that which you have to achieve to reach your goals. I think you just need to be more specific with your intentions, and, you know, make sure it's not ego driven. You know, you don't want to, it could be like you want to stick two fingers up to someone and say, well, I can do it myself, I don't need you. And break everything off, and off you go, and then fall flat on your face because, you know, you haven't got the monies, you haven't got the skills, you haven't got the staff, whatever it may be. I think you just need to be really specific, Cancer, with your intentions, and if it's a business venture, you need to have a very firm business plan. Maybe get some advice from someone and make sure it is, you know, as it should be. You haven't missed any elements of it which are essential for its success. Something that you should avoid during this period. We've got the storm warning in reverse and Tobias of the waters. Now this kind of suggests that you may be feeling very emotional with Tobias here. With the storm warning in reverse, it is suggesting that dark times are behind you, or at least that they're kind of on their way out, you know, but it might be a bit slow. I think what you have to avoid basically is becoming too emotional, is not getting carried away on this, you know, big crest of water energy. I got she's electric eccentric on this. Because I think there is a risk that you might try and take a risk on something, and maybe it's not the best idea, because I don't think you're going to be, I think you're going to be too emotional. You need to sort of balance up, you know, both sides of your brain here, your emotional and your rational. And with this, it kind of feels that, you know, you haven't done that. And that's what you need to avoid. I do have the dice in reverse with the man in reverse. This kind of struck me that, you know, you could be feeling like super emotional. Maybe you're missing someone. Maybe there's an ex from your past, or you have a conversation with someone and it's a risk. This feels like you're taking a risk, and you've to avoid taking this risk. You've to avoid throwing the dice with regards to a man, whether it's romantic or not. Often do see this man as romantic, but don't have to be. It might be someone you're not in contact with, as I say, someone from your past, someone who's maybe not interested or is not communicating with you, and you get super emotional during the full moon. You have, you know, you go out with your friends, you have a party, you have a bottle of Prosecco, and you phone. You make the drunken phone call. That's what you've got to avoid, because there's going to be moments for sure that you are going to be over emotional, and you might want to reach out, and this is specifically to a man. If it feels like a risk, I'm not saying you don't communicate with anyone, because that's quite the opposite of where your success will be, is spending time with kindred spirits. But if it feels like a risk, because the dice is taking some sort of risk, if it feels risky, don't do it. That is what you have to avoid during this period. A challenge that you'll soon face. Right, so I've got the World in reverse with Geo, the slow. So I think this is just things not moving as quickly as you would like them to, and you're going to have to learn some patience here. It can sort of suggest that you've got a kind of limited view. You're maybe thinking too narrowly here with the World in reverse. You might be feeling a bit boxed in emotionally. You might have painted yourself into a corner. You could be feeling some sort of just doubt, fear, short-sightedness. I think the challenge is to remain patient and not take this risk, Cancer, because with my dice being up here in reverse, being that which you need to avoid, and then this coming up as the challenge. The challenge is, this all sort of feels like you're stepping out before you're ready. You're making a move before you're ready. And there's an element of both impatience and feeling really emotional. It might just be that things aren't happening. This is clarified with the letter and the woman. So this is a message. And it may be that you're waiting on communication, and that's what's taking too much time. Yeah, because the world in reverse can also be like the World Wide Web, media, social media, communication. I think the challenge is that maybe you're not being communicated with, or you're not prepared to communicate with someone. You're waiting on some sort of correspondence here with a letter. Now, it can be from a female. Again, this doesn't need to be romantic, you know, put it into your scenario. The letter is communication, but can also be documents. It can be a CV, resume, you know, permits, anything. There's something that you're waiting for. Either just straight up communication with a female, or you are the female, or it's some sort of document that you're waiting on that's taking a hell of a lot of time to come through, and it's actually you know, it's preventing you from doing what you need to do. That's what it is. I have just confirmed this female just to have a wee look at her, and it's just come up as my mystic. So, you know, you may be getting a lot of psychic downloads, or, you know, having very prophetic dreams at this time. It's all very full moon stuff, so there's nothing hugely to add. If you're a female watching this, this could very well represent you, and, you know, if you're a male, the other way around. Okay, so a helpful resource, something or someone that should help you. Okay, this is my Archangel Raphael in reverse and the Topsy-Turvies in reverse. I actually got heartburn from this. This is about healing old stuff, old heart wounds. And it's sort of saying that what might be helpful is, one, you don't overindulge in it, but two, you don't avoid it, you don't suppress it, because it, you know, it will still be there. It's not going to go away. If you resist, it persists. Yeah. This is really paying attention to your heart chakra healing. This is about learning to love yourself and give yourself approval, not require any external validation from anyone else. And because I'm getting there's some sort of impatience here, Cancer. I feel that with the Topsy-Turvies in reverse, this is not knowing if you're coming or going. This is, you know, real chaotic energy. This is, you know, going from pillar to post. 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. 1 minute you're laughing, next minute you're crying. You're all over the shop, and it is your heart chakra that's the issue. And what would be helpful is that you attend to that. You may want to look into some Reiki, or just, I think what's more important is that you don't avoid any, you know, issues, because they are going to come up at the full moons. I mean, they're just bloody unavoidable, but especially an eclipse. So if, you know, if you need to go and cry for a couple of hours, go and do it and get it out of your system. Do not suppress it, and just deal with what you need to deal with during this time as calmly as you can. I did, because there are two reversals here, clarify it with the Four of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Wands. I do honestly feel that someone here is really getting very impatient that they're not having contact from someone. With the Page of Swords, that can be communication here. But it is feeling pretty low. It's feeling that, you know, you're not going to hear from this person again, that you're not interested in anything else or anyone else, that you're not going to, you know, get what you hoped out of this relationship, and maybe making you feel a bit pissed off. So as I say, I do feel your emotions are swinging, Cancer. In 1 minute you are quite, you know, joyful and ready to break free and, you know, take control of the situation. That absolutely can be achieved, but then I think you get, you know, blindsided, and, you know, the next minute you're on your knees and crying because you're missing someone, you're not hearing from someone. There's something that didn't go the way that you wanted it to. You may feel that an experience has been a waste of time, or you feel that you're wasting time. There is this feeling of you know, impatience here. Things are just going too slow. So attend to your heart chakra is what I'm going to say, Cancer, and don't suppress or repress any emotions that come up during this time. You're just going to have to process them. And an effective way to raise your vibration. This is kind of similar to the success element, the yin yang in the collection of pixies. So the yin yang is all about balance, you know, balancing the yin, the yang, the dark, the light, the male, the female. With it being upright, it does suggest it's in the yin cycle. This is about being very receptive, very intuitive. And with my collection of pixies here, this is trying to take things a little bit more lightheartedly, not taking things too seriously. It is, you know, again, it can be sort of spending time with friends, participating in groups, joyful experiences. I really do think that joining some sort of new community group, or, you know, taking up a hobby might be a really good idea for you just now. Just something brand new to put in the mix, not massively taking up your time, but, you know, an hour or two a week, doing something with people that, you know, are maybe brand new to you, just to kind of drag you out yourself. But it is all about maintaining this balance. I've got the Death card here. So it may suggest that something needs to end, but really what it is in the main is that what could be transformed is your vibration if you maintain balance, and if you don't suppress anything that comes up, and attend to your heart chakra, and deal with, you know, I mean, I honestly, I'm coming back to this dice in reverse. I think this is really important. I think that's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons, Cancer, if you take a risk coming from an over emotional stance. Yeah. Certainly don't involve alcohol in any decisions that you make, because there's just too much water here already. And finally, your message from the universe is challenges, use your imagination. This is strange companions in stranger places. I might read a wee bit in that in a minute. Right, this is a bit odd because we have got this Emperor who could represent, as I say, the masculine. I won't repeat myself, but I've got my Bodacious Boda here with my guide and my judge archetypes. Now, upright, the Bodacious Bodak is bad news. He really is a pain in the arse. He just likes to create havoc with a wee cheeky grin in his face and likes to pretend that he was trying to help you, and he's really not. This is a bit like your mentor in reverse here. With him being in reverse, though, this suggests that actually someone out there does really want to help you. They really do want to be supportive with whatever challenges you're dealing with now. I don't know if you trust this person. They have got the Five of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So this is someone that, you know, who's pretty sad just now, really. Maybe this could be you, sad that things are moving really slowly in your life, sad that it's taking an inordinate amount of time to maybe get over some loss, usually an emotional loss. There may be some regrets here. But this person is helpful. He's a guide. Now, the thing is, here's a bit of an anomaly. When my archetypes are upright and my character card is in reverse, I would normally read them in their shadow side. But the very fact Bodacious Bodak is in reverse actually puts them into a positive light. So, yeah, I'm going to assume that he is a guide and a judge, someone who represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, and someone who balances justice and compassion and manages the fair distribution of power. Yeah, I can't see anything negative here, but I don't like this card. I always find it a little bit creepy. I always feel there's something quite deceptive about it, and it's because of the Cheshire Cat here, you know, because the little raccoon looks adorable, but we've got Snow White who's, you know, picking through the apples, and clearly there's a poisonous one in there, and we've got, what's her face, Alice in Wonderland with the mushrooms, and a couple of them are probably magic. It sort of suggests that you might find yourself in a new environment, a strange environment, and you need to be careful who you trust. So there might be, like, you know, if you're starting a new job or something, there's somebody who wants to, you know, be your friend. This person may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And they just want to show you around, you know, show you to your office, show you who the good guys are, who's to be avoided. Yeah, so there might be someone here. This is your message anyway. I can't really see any issues with this person, I'll be honest. I think that, you know, the issue is whether this is the Emperor, you know. It could be the same person. My Bodacious Bodak is often my Emperor. Just going to read you a tiny bit from the Strange Companions in Stranger Places, which might be helpful, Cancer. You have a great power within you, the power of creativity, your imagination and your dream self. You're going through great changes and it seems to you like you have no power. But if you use your imagination, if you get truly creative about how to deal with new people and places, who you can be, and what you're capable of, you will shine. You also have beautiful, strong allies who have accompanied you on this journey and who will not leave your side. They may bring inspiration for drawing, for daydreaming brilliant stories, for knowing how things should look, for being able to write the most ethereal music, or for dancing as light as a feather. Whatever your gift, use it to head into and become more familiar with this new territory and explore this strange new place where you've chosen to begin a new life for yourself. No more hiding. The adventure is one which is taking place now, and you are a part of it all. There will be unfamiliar sights and emotions, and a great many strange feelings will come up for you as you wander. But there will also be riches, mysteries, cultures, great artistic moments, and the chance to create a world for yourself, a world you have imagined into life. You are not alone in this journey, so reach out your hands and feel the protective warmth of all the other beings that you have imagined into life. And danger. Oh yes, there will be danger. Snow White and Alice know all about that. But all is well. How could it not be, as you live this new life in this full and wonderful way, and your great creativity and your courage in full bloom. Awesome. There's definitely somebody here to help you. And I think you need to trust this person. They will come through as some sort of guide, some sort of judge. As I say, I do not know if it's this emperor, but it could be. And this emperor could very well be someone you're breaking a partnership with, or if it is like a third party situation, it's suggesting that maybe the reason the mentor's in reverse is that they're trying to keep you you know, in a position whilst they, you know, deal with their broken home or get their divorce, something like that. So it doesn't need to be massively negative here. Okay, I think I'm sort of repeating myself now, Cancer. Please do like, please subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, my information is below. My readings are £35 for up to 1 hour. Just press the PayPal link, put your funds over with your date of birth, any questions you have, certainly your full name. If there's anyone you're specifically looking at, their intentions, etc., it would be helpful to have their name, albeit it's not essential. I also do offer Distance Reiki, which you may want to consider with your heart chakra in reverse here. All that information is also below. So with that, Cancer, I wish you all the best for this time period, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.